Hello my creatives, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to Jola Don't Crochets. As you can see, we'll be crocheting this beautiful granny square hat, and you see I put some feathers on it. Oh, it's so cute. Anyways, grab your hook, grab your yarn, and let's begin the tutorial. For this hat, I'll be using 3 different colors. As you can see, I'll be using burnt orange, cream, or beige. I'm not sure what color this is, but it's definitely not white, and brown. Right, so I'll be using 3 colors, and the size hook that I'll be using is this 4mm hook. I'll be using my scissors and of course my stitch marker. Right, so let's begin. So we start off by making a magic circle, and of course we already should know how to make a magic circle. And then we're going to pull through, and then we are going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 is already considered as a double crochet, so we're going to make 3 additional double crochets. So this is 1, this is 2, and 3. And then we are going to make a chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to make 3 more double crochets in this circle. 1, 2, and 3. So this will be actually one of the corners of our square, as you can see. I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we need 1 more sets of double crochet. So we're going to chain 2 again. 1, 2. In the magic circle, we're going to make 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of double crochet. So we're going to just pull this tail here to create our first round of granny square. So now we are going to make a slip stitch here at the top of the first chain 3. Then we are going to make a chain of 2. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut. Now we're going to change colors. We're going to use our burnt orange. We're just going to make a slip knot. And remember, we're working in the spaces. Just to bear in mind, we're working in the spaces here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just choose whichever space, because these are actually 4 corners. As you can see, it's already a square. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and each corner there is actually a space. So we start in any one of these spaces. It doesn't matter. We are going to start here. We're just going to make a knot, slip knot here. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And remember, our chain 3 is already considered as a double crochet, right? Then we're going to make an additional 2 double crochets, 2 and 3. And please note that each corner we are actually making chain 3 double crochets, chain 2, it's like a V stitch, chain 2, and add 3 more double crochets in the same space, because for the corners that is how we should do them, right? So here is another corner, and we're just going to put our hook into that same, this other space here, and we're going to make a double crochet. That's 1 double crochet, 2 and 3. And then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and make 3 more double crochets in the same space, 2 and 3. Then we're going to go into the next corner, which is same in this other space, 1 double crochet, 2 and 3, make a chain 2, and in the same space we're going to put 3 more double crochets. And then in our final corner, we're going to insert our hook in this next space here. Make 1 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and in the same space we're going to put another set of 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. So we already have our 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then now we're just going to slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 here, right here, make a slip stitch. So to get to this space, we just make a slip stitch, 1 slip stitch in the next chain here, and then we get to this space here and we make another slip stitch, and then we make a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we make 2 more double crochets, 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, add another 3 double crochets in the same space, 2, 3. And then here we have another space here, but this is not a corner, as you can see. So this space here, it is actually not a corner, because as I had mentioned before, as we increase or as we add additional rounds, we will have more spaces being created. So this is an additional space here, but it is not at the corner. So we're just going to simply put 3 double crochets in this space. 2 and 3, and then we get to our next corner, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3. And then we're at another space, which is not another corner, so we're just going to place 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then we're at the other corner, 1 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 2, and then we add 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then we're at the other space here, we make a 3 double crochets here, 1, 2, 3. Now we get to the next corner, which is our final corner, and we're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet in the same space, 2, and 3. Then we're at this next space here, we're going to just make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And we're back at our corner, so we're just going to make a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 here to close off. So because we're actually changing colors, I'm just going to cut this off, make a chain of 2 because I want to secure, properly secure. And then now, as I said, you can start at any corner you wish. So you don't have to start here. You can even start at this corner here. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to start at this corner. And I'm going to add the other color, which is brown. So I'm just going to make a slip knot here. I'm just going to insert my hook here in this space at the corner here. And I'm just going to make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 2, make another 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Right in this space. So as you realize, the more we add rounds to our square, or rows to our square, the more we have spaces, we have more spaces popping up, right? So in this next space here, we're just going to put 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. This next space here, we're going to put another 3, 2, 3, and we're at the next corner, so we're going to put 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3. And we're just basically repeating the same things that we did for rows 2 and 3 all the way around. So I'll be doing another row of brown, and then when I've completed my 5 rows, I will get back to you and show you what to do. Alright, so we have completed our 5 rows. We are at the end of row 5 of our granny square, and so we're just going to place a slip stitch in the top of the chain 3 here to close off this row. So next, what we're going to do is that we are going to make a single crochet in each stitch right around. So we use our stitch marker, and we're going to place our stitch marker here, right here where we had stopped, and then we are going to slip stitch until we reach here to start our single crochet. So we're just going to make 1 slip stitch, another, and then we're going to make another slip stitch here, and then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to make single crochets in each of these stitches going across. And now we're at the end we're now at our stitch marker here, and then we're just going to put one more single crochet here, and then in our stitch marker here where the stitch marker is, we're going to just put a slip stitch. Alright, so we're back now. We're going to connect our squares. So you want to ensure that you have your right sides facing up. So the right sides are facing up, and then we're going to use our yarn needle and we're going to sew. So you can use your hook, your crochet hook, and just slip stitch, but I chose to use my yarn needle to sew them together. So you want to place your needle in the back loop, as you can see. I hope you're seeing it clearly. So we have our chain stitches here, so we're going to insert our needle in the back loop, which is here. So this is the front loop, and then you have the back loop here. So we're going to go back in to secure. We just want to hide the knot here underneath. So we're going to go in the back loop of the first square, and then we're going to find the back loop of the second square. And then we're going to pull through. We're going to do the same for here. Alright, so we have completed our joining our first two squares together, and as you can see, the stitches, they're so seamless, right? So this is how we want our squares to look. I'm just going to make a knot. And then I'm going to make another knot to ensure that it is well secured. We ended up connecting 4 squares. We'll be making the crown for our hat. So to do this, we're going to, using this color, we're going to make a magic circle. Chain 3. And then we're going to make 10 double crochets in this circle. So this chain 3 is already considered as a double crochet, so we will make 9 additional double crochets. And then we're going to close off our circle. And in the top of this chain 3 space, we're going to insert our hook, to make a slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and make an additional double crochet in this same stitch here. So remember, this is already considered as a double crochet, and we're placing 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we're at the end of round 2. We're going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3. We're going to make a slip stitch here, and then for round 3, we're just going to place 1 stitch in the next, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then we'll alternate. So we are at the end of round 3. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. And at this point we're going to change colors, so we're going to slip stitch on the top of the chain 3 here, and then we're going to change colors. So we're going to slip knot. We're going to change to this color here, make a slip knot, and then we're going to cut off our previous color, and then we're going to add our orange color for this round. So we chain 3, and then we're going to add another double crochet in the same stitch, so that's 2 double crochets. And then we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So as we increase our rounds, we increase our double crochets, so we have 2 double crochets here, and then we place 2 single double crochets in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So we'll be repeating this until we get to the end of our round. We're now at the end of row 1 2 3 4. So we're at the end of round 4, and so we're going to start round 5 now. So we're just going to slip stitch as usual in the top of the chain 3 stitch, and we're going to chain 3. So we're on round 5. So we're now at round 5, and we're just going to put another double crochet in the same stitch here, and then now we are going to place 3 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the other stitch. So off camera I completed the additional or the remaining rounds, so in total we have 8 rounds for the crown of our hat. So just to recap, we made our magic circle and we placed 10 double crochets in our magic circle. That's round 1. Round 2, we made an increase in each stitch around. Round 3, we made 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we made an increase. In round 4, we made 2 double crochets and then an increase. In round 5, we made 3 double crochets and then an increase. In round 6, we made 4 double crochets and an increase. Round 7, we made 5 double crochets and an increase. And our final round, round 8, we made 6 double crochets and then we made an increase. Hence we have a total of 8 rounds. And then I'm going to show you how I attach this to my granny square, to the perimeter of my hat. Alright, so before we attach our crown, the crown of our hat, we are going to make 1/2 double crochet in the top of each stitch, going right around. So I'm just going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to place my hook in the top of, so I'm going to start here in the top here on this stitch. I'm just going to make a slip knot, and then I'm going to make 2 chains, 1 2, and then I'm going to make 1/2 double crochet in each stitch, going right around. Chain 2, and then I'm going to place 1/2 double crochet in each stitch going across. So we're just going to put our stitch marker here so we don't forget where we started. So we're just going to put our stitch marker here, and then we continue making 1/2 double crochet in each stitch. Now it's time for us to attach the crown of our hat to our granny squares, to the perimeter here. So what we're going to do is, with the right side, we are on our right side facing up, and this is our right side of the crown of our hat. We are just going to attach it anywhere here, and we are going to be working just as how we did previously when we stitched the sides of our granny squares. We are going to place our yarn needle in the back of each chain stitch, in the back loop of each chain stitch, and then we are just going to sew right around. So in the back loop, we're just going to sew. It's time to make the brim for our hat. So we're going to chain 2, just as how we did here to attach the crown of our hat. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to make 1/2 double crochets in each stitch around. So I've already done so. So what we're going to do now is to make the brim of our hat. So we make 2 chains, and then in the next 10 stitches we're going to place a 1/2 double crochet. So we place another 1/2 double crochet in this stitch, and then in the next 10 stitches we're going to place a 1/2 double crochet, and then we place an increase in the next stitch, which is 2 1/2 double crochets in that same stitch. So continue to do that until we get back to the beginning of our round. We completed the first row of our brim, and now we're going to do the second row, where we're going to place 1/2 double crochet in the next 7 stitches, and then we do an increase, which is placing 2 1/2 double crochet in that same stitch. So we're going to do that for the entire row until we get back to here. We have finished row 2, and we are now on row 3, and we are going to make 2 chains, 1, and then we're going to place another 1/2 double crochet in the same stitch. In the other 8 stitches we're going to place 1/2 double crochet, and then we make an increase. We repeat the same pattern until we return here. We have completed row 4, and now we are going to do our final row, where we're just going to be placing 1 single crochet in each stitch, and then we will end off our brim, the brim for our hat. Voila! We've completed making our granny square hat, and now we're gonna add some accessories. You know I love accessories, so I have these cute feathers I'm gonna be adding to one of the squares, and this cute little bead which I'll also be using to accessorize our hat. So I'm going to be using this glue gun and just glue it on, and then I'll show you the finished product.